One. Soder, State of the Region, 2019. We gather together. Together, here we go. As we gather together like birds of a feather, you'd think that we never have issues to tackle. But we find in our tether a challenging weather. On a wing and a prayer, we find ourselves shackled by challenges that challenge our economic capacity, our ability to work as a regional family. Workforce, technology, housing, transportation, and intertwined in all this is environmental degradation. But we strive to connect the dots of this Pythagorean equation and find inspiration in our region's determination to make this the best place for everyone here. Yes, we have a land of beauty and riches, nurtured by nature galore. With rich valleys and oceans, man, who could want more? The land of microclimates, upon which you can segment and divide it. The sun shines, the wind blows, the fog reaches out and touches your toes. We gotta be honest though, when we analyze our region, we've got to get macro and microscopic and be honest and see that our true microclimates are really socioeconomic. But people are on the go, they're working. City staff on the hustle, pumping that RFP muscle. A rescue to the issues may be ADUs. Gotta catch them all like Pokemon Pikachus. Community orgs, nonprofits, without you, things would get so cray. They know the true lay of the land where they lay, working round the clock to make sure that we do things in a united way. So we got the Monterey Bay Economic Partnership, MBEP. So don't fret, because a spaceship like this, I bet you ain't seen yet. We aren't conventional. I like to think of MBEP as interdimensional. Conveners of the land, figuring out how to get more bang for the buck, making $1 million out of $1,000. Public, private, nonprofit, and more. We work to speak everyone's language, so we can see things with everyone's eyes and know the real score. We may seem peculiar, yes, this is true, but don't let our work be misconstrued. We just refuse to do business as usual. And today we just want to help light the fuse. Let me give an example of what we can do. There are 4 initiatives from which we could choose. For example, housing. The whole process needs to improve. As glacially it moves, housing needs a new pair of shoes. We need production to go through the roof and preserve what we got and protect me and you, those who are living with the paycheck to paycheck, month to month blues. We won't let it get dark. We want to spark the flame. And to anyone who doubts us, let me spell out our name. We are the M to the O-N, T and the E-R, Y-B-A-Y, that is who we are. Let's remove barriers from the barrios. To the invisible red lining, we say adios. Get this out of my audio, I don't want to hear it. When the working class has a chance to advance, don't fear it. And don't be NIMBY, be near it. A rising tide may lift all boats, but that hardly matters if your boat can barely float. Or make it across a moat with a goat. A boat across a moat that can't float with a goat. That concludes the Dr. Seuss portion of our show. Agriculture, it's in our blood, it's in our culture. It's our region's skeletal structure. So we need to stabilize the farm worker family or the whole thing will rupture. The farm worker, our worker, salt of the earth, hunched over, hands strong and worn. Between their hands and the soil, the harvest is a pact that is sworn. And of this pact I can rap because I am its son. Farm worker hands fed me, my mother was one. I could go on and on about the farm worker with endless praise and romantic odes. But you know what would be better they receive? How about a stable home? Today in our conference, we will innovate and energize. We will ideate and enterprise. Barriers we will negate, discrimination we will escape, solutions debate, plans we will devise. Community consciousness elevates and see our region with new eyes. Innovation we will integrate, degradation we will mitigate. And to our 3 counties and cities therein, we will continue to regionalize. Because we must realize that our strength and our beauty comes from our collective ingenuity. And this place is not what it was meant to be, till we realize that I am the other you. and you are the other me. Monterey is the bay with the economic inspiration to create a partnership that will be an example to the rest of the nation. Challenges, yeah, we may have a ton, but we do have what it takes to get the job done and become one with our son. Years from now, people look back on this day when our children ask us about this region in which we work, live, and play. And they ask us, what did you do? How did you help people have great housing, have great education, have great healthcare, be excited about their work, not live in fear of deportation, of criminalization, of becoming homeless, of being alone and sick and lonely, of when our children ask us about this region in which we live, work, and play, what will you tell them? Honestly, what will you say? The answer to that answer may happen today.